Today I am going to show you how to do a graphical dye on a scoop of a head with some tonal range using one color. So basically we'll dye the darker color with the highlights masked, remove the highlights, and then dip it in the same color but for less time. So it's in the same color range, just lighter. So there is my my cutout from the vinyl cutter of my bear, the California bear. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove, there's two tones in this. So there's double cuts. You can see the outline and then you see the stuff going on inside. The stuff going on inside is highlights. So that's going to be a lighter color than the outside of the bear. And what I'm going to show you how to do is get some tonal range in your dyes. So first I'm going to remove from this the part that I want darker. Okay, so this stuff is transfer paper. It's just like masking tape, but it's got this fancy grid on it, so you pay 3 times as much. I'm just going to cut a section equal to that. So the next thing you do is you peel this away, and then you put it right on top of your design. And press it in really good. And you want to do this kind of thing, pressing down on a hard surface, because those little islands may prefer to stick to this instead of this. Alright, so what you do is you peel this transfer paper away, and it's going to pull the whole decal up, including the islands, and now you've got your sticky side exposed. Ooh, the top is right up there against the edge. It's going to work, but it's going to make the rest of the masking a little tricky. So then just do this kind of thing. Make sure they're all stuck. Some of those islands may want to come with you when you peel the transfer paper, so really give it a good rubbing. And now we peel the transfer paper to see what we have. I think that's perfect. I don't see any daylight coming through. If you press down, you can see where the hole are. So got about a fraction of a millimeter that we missed bleed by right there. Up here we're a little tight, but if I fold this piece down, what's nice about the vinyl is that it sometimes reacts well to contours. Instead of folding and creasing, it'll roll over and kind of mold to it. I'm under really hot studio lights right now, so that helps. The adhesive vinyl is a little pliable. See, there's some creases and stuff, but that's okay. I can handle that later. So now I am going to mask the rest of it, and then we'll get our dye going. Alright, so I have it entirely masked off. I used the tape and then hot glue just to cover the seams. And of course, I always think, alright, just cover the seams this time, but then I get paranoid and I end up covering the whole thing. But it's worth it. You know, the extra 15 or 20 minutes it takes to mask it off completely it's worth it, because bleed bleed hurts worse than actual bleeding. It sucks. You know, you have these big plans for this awesome head, and you know, it comes out all ridiculous. Alright, so I've got my water heated. This is an old brown that's already been opened, but it should be plenty. It's only like less than 2 inches of water in here. So I'm just gonna, since it's already been opened, I don't need to save that dye. I gotta give this a little stir. Ouch. Alright, so into the brown. Alright, so I think I've got a dark enough brown for the outline. I want to get a nice rinse on here because we're not done. And we're going to be handling this, so I've got to get all the dye off, just so we don't get any cross-contamination. Alright, so you can see the brown, kind of. Our next step is to peel off the highlights inside the bear, and then we'll do a quick dip. We don't care if this cools down. Actually, I'm going to leave that off and let it cool down, just because we're going to do a real quick dip, and we want to make sure that it doesn't get too dark. So cooler is better for that. Alright, so back at the workbench, and now we're going to peel off the highlights. Libby, zip it. You sound like an Ewok. It's not scary. Whoa, so one of my studio lights just exploded. Look at this. Smoking. Sketchy. I have them in close too. It's right by my brain. Alright, now I'm scared of the other one. I'm gonna get this done quick. Alright, let's go in the house. Alright, so back inside, we're going to go into the brown again with it to give it a real light brown, to be the tonal shift. Now we don't want this in long. We don't want it to get too dark. So it's just quick dips, checking every couple seconds, because this is a pretty concentrated brown. So actually I'm going to rinse it, just see what we have. That's nice. I think it can go a little darker. Alright, a little bit more. Alright, I think we're good. So let's peel it off and see what happened. Hey guys, I know a lot of people complain about getting hot glue off. I'm just going to show you how I do it for this kind of thing. I just slide it in here and then start cutting. Usually on the back of the scoop, because I have something dyed on the front. So I'm just forcing it in there, pulling pretty hard, and cutting on the way. And once you get like that much cut, you can just start peeling and the glue will rip. So I'm going to get back to it. Alright guys, so I got my hot glue off in one piece, which is pretty cool. There's the little window for the bear. Just cut along the back and peel it off. Then you have to deal with the tape. I'm peeling it from the back just to make it exciting. Alright, that's it. I'm too nervous to look. You look. Is it good? Focus, focus, focus. Oh, freaked out. So I hadn't looked, and I'm like, what? What is that? The center leg area bled, but there's still some sticker there, so. There we go. That's better. It's nice. No bleed. Go California bear. Alright guys, so it's all done. It came out nice. There is a tiny little bit of bleed right on the front foot. I hadn't noticed it. Riley came in and I was like, hey, check that out. He goes, wow, that's awesome except for that spot. I was like, what? I hadn't seen it, but it's still just about perfect. So that's how you get some tonal range in a graphical die. Using one color, just make sure you mask it in such a way that you can remove your highlights and you dye your highlights last. It's simple. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you want to see more, click the video that's playing in the upper right of this screen. Click subscribe, click like. Go check me out on Instagram, RedStarLax, and be excellent to each other.